We'll do monetization. All right. Let's see. Twitch. We're good on Twitch as well. And we are good on X, I think. Yes. Thank you guys for watching. Anybody that is here, I appreciate you guys for being here and taking the time out of your day to watch me and whatnot. Again, I think I'm doing another giveaway, a little bit more of an extended giveaway in this one. All right, there we go. Okay, perfect. We pin that message. All right, we got 82 people that are here. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos, and also check out my links in the chat, in the description. Let's see. Let's start a poll. Did you hit? All right. You fools! You guys say $100, $1,000, $10,000. Make up your mind. The point is that nobody actually knows exactly where things are going, and that's what's very interesting about it. That's what makes it appealing, is the fact that there's so much of an unknown. If there is a known to it, where it's going like Bitcoin, going to 100,000, going to 150,000. It's like those levels are within range right now, right? $5 within range as well for XRP. But when we look at different plays, or when we look at different predictions getting to $100 or $1,000, and there's so many things that could happen, and it opens up the door for people understanding what could be, because this is something that was left off the table when people were talking about Bitcoin getting to ridiculous prices, or getting to extended prices in the beginning. It was just like many people were saying this is not going to be worth anything for Bitcoin. And those people that questioned it are now those same people that are like, well, maybe I should have put something into it. And without those conversations, money is left, a lot of money is left on the table. So I understand where you're coming from. You want to see a solid prediction, but the good thing about crypto is no one truly knows where everything is going, especially the highly speculative ones, or the ones that are held back and suppressed by governments and regulation and all of that stuff. So there's many predictions you could have. I signed up with Margex like 30 minutes ago using your link. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you doing that. But yeah, we're doing a competition, or a giveaway. Um, Basically, it helps you fund your Margex account so that you can start using it and whatnot. Um, and it's great to be able to leverage trade and have somebody basically fund so that you can test the markets, you can test the waters. You can start with a dollar trade at a 5x leverage and trade with $5 and just get into the swing of things, get a little bit of the hang of leverage trading or trading in general. And so we're doing a giveaway. We're giving away $50 to 4 people that sign up with Margex that uses my link. And then all you have to do is go over to my X account. Go over to my X account and you'll see, or actually, sorry, I was gonna say go over to YouTube, but maybe I'll post it on X. So I need to repost it on X, not this one. I did that one yesterday. I gave $300 away to 3 people. So, or $100 to 3 people, $300 total. So yeah, I'm not even showing my screen. Let me just put that here. Okay. All right, there we go. Give away $50 to 4 people that sign up using Margex. We're gonna go through this live stream and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We did have a couple of people, I guess, that signed up throughout the night. I posted it on YouTube. So we have 248 people that are here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's check out where the markets actually are right now. The markets currently stand at a $3.04 trillion market cap with a 0.02% increase, down by a 0.32%. And Ethereum, that's down by 3%. Solana, it's actually up by 7%. Great to see that level of growth, up to $234 or $110 billion market cap. BNB is up to $629, or it's down by 0.5%. XRP is slightly down from where it was yesterday, but it is at $1.04, and it's at a $59 billion market cap. DogeCoin is sitting at a 36-cent price, 4% decrease over the day, and you can see here that XRP did surpass Dogecoin yesterday as it got up to, I believe, a high of like 126, 127, if I'm not mistaken. $1.26, $1.27. We were hopeful that we would see $1.50, but honestly, everything wasn't the most positive yesterday, right? There were a lot of things that were positive, right? You had XRP that was really running. You had, I believe Pepe that was making a move. You had ADA. You had XLM. You had XDC. A lot of the those accounts, those projects are moving together. So yeah, you had all of those that were moving a decent amount yesterday, but things started to retrace a little bit, as you saw XRP that started to retrace. But again, Solana, seeing that up to 234 is amazing. If I go over to XRP, if I go over to my Margex account, I want to see, I have Sol that's here. I have $100 in Sol. It's currently up 543%, or $544 as well. I've already taken, I believe, half the profit on Sol, or half the profit as well as half my initial investment, which meant I took my full initial investment plus profit, but we are sitting on still $545 there, which is great. It's a $110 billion market cap. I wish I would have been able to put more, but I kind of spread across everywhere. But you can see here that I bought it at $113. It's currently at $236 total. But it's amazing to see it grow that much and approach the 250 level and 300 level and all of that. So it's great to see. If we look deeper into XRP, where it stands, XRP is at a $59 billion market cap. It has seen an increase in volume, whether that's sell volume or buy volume, right? You have $21 billion worth of volume, which brings it up to a 36.22% volume to market cap ratio, showing its level of popularity. 56.93 billion coins in circulating supply, with the 99.99 billion XRP that's in the total supply. If we look at history and where this has been the last day, the high point was $1.26. The low point was $1.01. Now, I still believe that there's some area for pullback. It all depends on what the market is doing, but with how far it has come back, if I go back to Margex, with how far it has come back, it's looking like you have you have these areas, and I look at the 200 EMA as a level that usually is kind of like a back to earth level. And I'm not saying that it will stay down here, but look out for the 90-cent level to where it could bounce off of. It could get down to and bounce off of. So if you're looking maybe for a short play, it might not be a bad thing to take for a short term play. And that's kind of what I did. I took a small amount, like $66, and I took a short position just to see it come back down to here. And I'm actually going to set a profit target at 92 cents, which would give me 175%, and total profit would be $115.95. Now, that's only if that does happen. It's only short term, and I expect it to bounce. That's why I'm going to take this level at a 92 cent level. Now, again, there's always a chance that we could have already seen that bounce, and the 200 EMA is not a factor right now, but eventually it will play that back to earth level where it will come back to the 200 EMA, depending whether the 200 EMA comes up to the price point. So it ends up, I'll just show you guys, whether it comes up to the price point here and like jumps up as the price is kind of consolidating. You see the 200 EMA that starts to creep up towards it, and that's where it consolidates and it reaches that level at $1. Or with this way that it's going, it probably would end up doing that here. You would still be in November 18th, November 19th. If we see that continue in that path, it would be probably the 19th to where it does touch together if that consolidation remains steady. However, if you're seeing it potentially, aggressively pull back and then aggressively pick up, that could be the case where you see high or lower highs, lower lows, and then it touches the E200 EMA. But that's not 100% that it could happen that way. That's just the way that I'm seeing it. I risk $66 into that while already having an XRP investment down here that's sitting at $46 and is a positive investment. I'm up $1,245 on that play itself off of a $200 investment. Again, leverage trading. It's amazing if you know how to do it. So feel free to check it out. Link is in the chat. What is everybody talking about here today? I know we've kind of covered a lot there. Sunday is usually a pullback. I did see that. Somebody comment that. I got in Clover. You did? Did Clover continue to make huge moves? I'll have to check that. I'm holding 40,000 XRP and buying more this morning. So you really, really love XRP. There's a certain level that I feel like you should always have a place to where maybe you're cutting it off. However, if you believe in the true long term of it, and want to use it and not only be able to gain the profits but also utilize XRP, then it's a no-brainer, right? But I have a cutoff point that I won't buy XRP, even though it's still possible, especially if you haven't gotten into it. I won't buy XRP over the level of 85 cents is what I said. So I have the XRP that I have. I have 100,000. I'm perfectly fine, or 90,000. I'm perfectly fine with it. David Schwartz said under $1 is dirt cheap. So do it. Do it. Yeah, so if it does come back down to 90 cents, right, and I take my profit for this play up here, which is not even profit right now, it may reverse. And if I do that, then I will open up another position, but for more of a positive level as well, just to kind of time the market as well as have time in the market. So I'm trying to play both sides. I've been thinking about thinking of doubling my Cardano position. It will raise my average price to 69 cents with CEO on the news and Trump talking. It looks good. I mean, yeah, I have some Cardano as well. I don't have any traded over here. I believe the fees are kind of high on Margex. I tried trading Cardano before and I've made money from it, but I paid like half of what my profit was in fees, and I don't understand why. Because I asked them about it and they were like, yeah, it's not really depending on position. So I don't know what it was. I didn't do a higher leverage, so um, yeah, I was a little bit confused by that. But maybe I should open a Cardano position as long as I see it coming back to a certain level. Uh, don't want to sell anything right now, and not much room to play. I was working when I was investing. Um, I'm I'm signing up now. Going to try to figure it out. Yeah, I mean, it's fun, right? It's not only fun. It's also great when you truly understand how to trade. Like once you start understanding the charts and understanding what your strategy is, I mean, it's a no-brainer. You can make so much from it. But you have to be disciplined to whatever your strategy is. Now, if your strategy is not working, then you have to kind of tinker with things to see what would work. And once you find that, it's, off to the races, right? So thank you for signing up using my link. I appreciate it. Good man, Rodney, keep stacking, King. Oh, you're talking to Rodney up there. Okay. Um, What's your price prediction on XRP for 2030? With Ripple case settled, XRP used by banks and regulation about crypto. Um, so if by 2030, if we are, I would say that we wouldn't have a mass adoption of crypto still. We would have a mass adoption system wise, if that's the case, but we would still need to kind of baby step our way into the fact that everybody wants to use XRP. If you have, let's say, your bank account and you want to use XRP to transfer it, it's like you or people adopting PayPal, right? It took a long time for people to adopt that, or Venmo or Cash App. It took a long time for people to adopt even credit cards and checks and debit cards and all of those things. So it takes a while to fully implement, but I would probably say north of $100, probably south of 500. That's what I would probably guesstimate as we're in that next transition phase. But that's again just a guess. But then we also need to kind of move into 2035 and 2040 and what happens there. But it's all depending on what comes up, um, what ends up, kind of pushing into whatever their market. There's so many other factors that could lead to higher prices or sustained prices. So that's where my feelings are. Again, my feelings might not matter to some people, but that's the way that I feel. It's the weekend. It will pick up late tonight when Orion wakes up. Oh, what is leverage trading with crypto? How do you do it? It's a good question. Leverage trading is basically, you ever hear that the wealthy make more money by not using their own money, right? So, like if they end up taking $100, but you'll multiply it by 100 or 1,000. But let's say it's $100. They'll basically take that $100 and say, I have this $100, but I'm going to give it to you, and I expect a loan of $1,000. And now I can put that money into somewhere else. Yes, you may have to pay a little bit of interest or a couple of fees, but they understand that this is a sure thing, a sure investment, right? So basically, it's using somebody else's money to make yourself more money. So the issue that you deal with is the fact that when you put up your $100 and they have their 900 that they're putting towards it to get to $1,000, you can only risk losing, you're only risking losing that $100. Now, the $900, they are not going to lose that. So if it ends up decreasing down, it will only get to a point to where you lose your money and then they get their money back plus whatever fees they had. However, if you are right in your predictions of where, let's say, XRP goes to $5, you now make the profit off of $1,000 investment rather than a $100 investment. So you're making more money, more a higher percentage while investing less money. So to give you a little bit of an example, right? So I have my leverage trades up here, right? I invested $100 in Sol. This is my $100 at a 5x leverage. It means that I'm trading at $500 here. So they are investing $500. I'm getting the percentage gains based off of my $100. So right now I'm up 532% because of how far Solana has risen, right? So those are the things that you get, right? And if you're right, you can make a lot of money. If you're wrong, you only risk what you put in. Now, the difference between that and trading, owning crypto outright is if crypto, the only way you lose all your money if you're investing directly into Solana is if Solana goes to absolutely zero, which is never going to happen for a cryptocurrency. So you'll never lose your entire investment, right? You could lose all the way down to 1 cent, but you'll never see a crypto just be non-existent. It will be there. But the difference between leverage trading and trading outright is the fact that leverage trading, you can lose your entire investment, which will be a lower amount than what you invest. For owning outright, you're risking a lot more. So if you wanted to buy $1,000 worth of Sol, you would buy $1,000 and you would put up that $1,000. Here, if you want to buy in leverage trading, if you want to buy $1,000, you might only need to put up $100 at a 10x leverage, or you can put up $50 at a 20x leverage or something like that, right? You can put up a low amount of money and have high conviction for where it's going. Just don't be wrong. And if you are wrong, make sure you limit the amount that you're going to lose. All right. So anyways, like here, I could be wrong. XRP, I could be wrong that it's going to reverse back down to the 200 EMA, and I hope I am, because the upside to this coming back down, right? Upside and downside. If this comes back down, I'm then able to take a profit of $115 plus the $66 that I had in there and put that back in my account. If it doesn't and it reverses field, well, now I'm able to make money on XRP here. That's already up $1,249. So it just gets better either way it goes, right? Yes, I could lose $66 if it goes up to my liquidation point, but I also gain more than $66 if it goes up over here. So it's a way of kind of playing the game. As you have something that's majorly successful, you can then take the opposite if you feel as though you want to time the market. Anyways, that was a good question. Thank you for that question. I appreciate it. Algorand went insane yesterday. I did see Algorand pick up to like 20 cents, but I didn't see it go any further than that. Let me go to Algorand. Algo is at 19 cents. So it did pick up pretty heavily yesterday. You could see it go from 14 all the way up to a level of 21 cents, which is fantastic. But that's not the end for Algorand. I feel like Algorand has a lot more left on the table. You do have 8.27 billion coins in circulating supply. Yes, it was at a much higher price way back when you look at the prices, right? $2.10. However, you did have less of the supply that was out there at those times, or at the beginning stages. Here, it was up to a $13 billion market cap. I believe you can get there easily again, getting up to $1, getting up to $2. I believe it could. So Algorand looks good. It's down 94% from the high point of $3 that it started at, but it pulled back down. I think you saw dilution as that came along, and then you saw a little bit more dilution from here to here, and then you see a slight bit more during this whole entire phase. You can't even see it during this whole entire phase that's here. Algorand, the increase was amazing, 33%. $300 million worth of volume too. Is there any XRP news? I did see XRP's price retreats 20% after hitting multi-year high. Is this the top in? This is not the top. No. Here's how much XRP's price could rise after crossing $1. Let's see what their prediction is for Coin Gate. Give me a second. Let me make sure. It's not going to ask me to sign into anything. I know it typically does that. XRP price to rally to $4 after breakout above $1. an XRP or in an X post, crypto predicted that the XRP price could rally to as high as $4.96 following the breakout above a dollar. This came as he analyzed XRP's market cap and explained why it could reach $1.83 trillion. He noted that the market cap is closing above Fib. You have 51.35 billion and has reached 60 billion. The analyst also revealed that XRP is breaking through a multi-year ascending trend that goes back to 2017. He remarked that this is super bullish for crypto. They said that a monthly candle close above the fib 78. 78.6 would lead to a confirmed market cap of $283 billion, 1.61 fib, which which would be next for XRP's price and market cap of $283 billion would put XRP at $4.96. So it's interesting to see the levels of predictions of where things are going. I've seen so many predictions for XRP and where they believe that it's going. It's great to hear this. I always like to remain on both sides. I would love to see XRP increase to a level of $5, and that's the whole title of this video. But I don't want to sit here and bank on it to happen right now. Within the time frame of when that's going to happen, I don't believe they suggested really that there's going to be any type of time frame associated with it. But we should see some major success. I'm looking for baby steps, levels to $1, levels to $2, and different major resistance levels. But currently it's sitting at $1.05. Here it's actually 1 p.m. It's 7:24 here. Where can we get these leveraged loans? So when you sign up for Margex, the link is in the chat. You can start your leverage trading journey. The only thing I'll say is that you want to educate yourself. If you do not understand leverage trading, if you do not understand what you are doing, do not just go out and just do it, because there are people that I've seen that have taken a $50 account and literally in one trade threw it all on a 100x leverage, and they lost it immediately, because if the price drops by 1% with 100x leverage, you lose everything you put in there. That's why you have to baby step your way into it. 5x leverage, 10x leverage, no more than that. And also do a low amount. I know it may suck because you're like, if you end up gaining a 200 or 300% and you put in $1, you're looking at $3 that you gain. It's great, but if you would have put in $50, it would have been $150 that you could have gained, $200 that you could have gained. But because you decided to put in a low amount, you then got a lower return. So I understand where you're coming from, but it's about trial and error and understand what you are doing. If you're just throwing something somewhere for a thought that, hey, it's going to come up eventually, that's not the way that you trade. You have to understand if it's at a low price, it's a good buying point, it's a good selling point if you're looking to sell the market. Just understand what you're doing a little bit more before you decide to throw higher amounts of money. If you look at me, I'm still only throwing, for the most part, $100 to $200 in there, which may be a lot compared to somebody that's funding their account with $200. But I'm comfortable with what I'm doing, but not that comfortable, especially with liquidation trains that could happen, to throw in multiple thousands of dollars at those points. So right now I'm sitting at hundreds of dollars, and I take my profit as I see it hit 300%. Typically I'm taking half my position, and that will give me half the profit, and it will cover my initial investment, and I'll live to fight another day no matter what the situation is. Glad I listened to you last year and purchased XRP. Well, thank you for giving me the credit, but I'm only one part of that. I'm a small piece of that. I don't want to take all the credit for, you going out and saying, you know what, I'm going to purchase XRP. If if someone told you if someone told you to purchase something and you have $100 or you have $1,000, someone said, hey, this is a good idea, and you decided to take a portion of that money, whatever that portion is, and put it into that position. You deserve all the praise for putting what you put in there, because some people, they'll go, oh, I believe in this person, but um, I don't want to do my research into it, and I don't believe it that much. So instead of me investing $1,000, or instead of me investing 10% of that thousand, I'm going to invest 1% and see what it ends up being, and then it grows by a massive amount, and then they start investing heavily or way heavier at a higher level, and no one said that that was a good idea. But that's the way that it goes. So you need to take all of that credit, most of the credit at least. I'm just opening the door. You guys are walking through it. That's how I look at it. What about XLM riding the XRP wave? Check out, please. Yeah, I've looked at XLM and it's great. XLM is going to run with XRP, and the interesting thing is that, let me go ahead and duplicate all these. The interesting thing is that XRP, XLM, and XDC all are within like a certain percentage of the top position, right? So XRP sits at about a $60 billion market cap, right? $60 billion market cap. Can you guess where Stellar is? It's at about a $6 billion market cap. And then XDC, it's at a $600 million market cap. So the crazy thing is that even though you're looking at the prices and how they're moving there, the volume and the extended volume, they also are flowing together in a form that's saying, if XRP is at this price, expect XLM to be at 10% of that. Expect XDC to be at 1% of that, right? So it's like 10% of this is that, 10% of this is that. And it's insane to see that. It's something that I've noticed. But yeah, so if you are in XLM or you are in XDC, both of those are going to move with XRP. They do have their own processes, their own path forward, but they also are still moving together with those things, and it's great. Matthew, you should have a Discord. I did have a Discord. It got too overrun with people trying to impersonate me and getting in there. They somehow continued to get the code, the forever code, and then I had to change it. And then when I did, it's like somebody in there was giving out the code to somebody else, and it was just dumb. So now we do everything on Patreon. So we have the chats on Patreon, and we have whether it's leverage trading, it's daily crypto, it's stocks and dividends. I have all of that. So on Patreon, I have all of that. I would like to build it back up to what it started as. I know I didn't have a lot of time over the summer, and it kind of went south. There's still people in there. It's just like notifications are not going out. Many conversations are really not happening. So I want to continue I want to build up those conversations. Jasmine's still not performing. It's still not altcoin season. So we can't expect it to absolutely explode. One day you're going to see it explode, and then we're going to be like, oh, it's making amazing moves. It gets to 5 cents. And then we're also going to have more people that are saying, all right, well, what is it going to do for me now, right? It ran to 5 cents. What is it doing now? What has it done for me lately? We live in this world where if something doesn't do what you expect it to do immediately, we're not really happy. And this is why I always try to instill a long-term mindset on people that are investing into crypto. Yes, you can do some day trading here and there, but this is not what this channel is all about. You know, um, it's not to say that you're up 50% on a $200 Margex long. Well, that's amazing. Congratulations on that. But yeah, this is not what this channel is about. It's not about just short-term investing, which you can do, and I will tell you about day trading and swing trading, but it's more about being in it for the long term and understanding what you're investing into, how it's going to grow over time, how the altcoin season is going to pick up. because it's not about today, it's not about tomorrow, it's not about next month. Even if Jasmine Coin ends up going to 10 cents, I don't believe I have a level at 10 cents that I'm taking anything. I'm pretty sure I don't. But even if it goes to another level, people still question and they ask me, are you taking any profit? And, for me, it's definitely more of a long-term play. And while I do want to take my initial investment, I'm so far away from that I can't lose that initial investment unless it literally tanks all the way back down to the lowest of lows, which means it needs to lose all holders and all hype and all hope. So yeah, Jasmine's still not doing anything, right? It's not. Am I concerned? No, I'm not. I try to stay calm in all these situations. Guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you can. We have 500 people that are here. We have 200 likes. I would like to get up to about 250 at the moment. With a $4,700 position at a 5x, what would you get me at $1.20? With a 4,700 position at 5x, what would you get me at $1.20? Is there a calculator to use that? What would that get me at $1.20? A 4,700 position? What are we talking about here? I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out what position you're talking about. Hey Matthew, I'm glad I took your advice on farm. I just made $600 today. Well, that's amazing. I didn't see that farm was actually up a massive amount. So farm is up by 58%, 56% today. Yeah, farm at a level of 35 cents or $35 was a steal. I still have farm in my portfolio. I'm still not letting it go. Let me go to my portfolio and let me see where farm truly is. Let's see, go down here. Where's farm? Where's Harvest Finance? Do I not have that in my portfolio? There it is. Sitting at 6,500. I'm up $1,700. I think that's going to go a lot further than where it is. But as you see profit, and you're happy with that profit and you feel as though you want to take that profit and maybe throw it on something else, whatever your strategy is, take on that strategy. It's great to see farm making a huge move today. In the last hour, up 35, 36%. In the last day, it's up by 47%. That's fantastic. I have 100 farm. My average is 30. Well, congratulations, Nick. Last bull run, I got wrecked. Never took profits. So last night, I took some profits. That's great to hear. When you take profits, it makes you feel so amazing about what you are holding. And the good thing that you said is you took some profits. Because what people will do is they'll see this as the top, which I don't believe is the top, and they'll take all of their profits and say it's coming back down, which, again, could be the case to where they're trying to time the market, and it could come back down based on the level that it hit, which was 92,000 for Bitcoin. Many other things got to a higher level. XRP reached over $1. Sorry, I need water. I don't have any water here. But yeah, I think most people, or actually some people, would end up taking all of their profits, and they would leave nothing left on the table, and then just being very upset. And then when they're upset, they start trading with emotion, saying, hey, I want to get involved in this. I want to be more of a part of this. And they start FOMOing into it at a higher level. And when you're FOMOing into it at a higher level, you all know you end up losing. So train your emotions, understand the situations that you're in. Make sure you check to make sure you're making the right decision as you sell a position. If you're doing your research and you see that, I want to take some profits, then you take those profits. Last bull run, I felt like I didn't have enough in the crypto market in order to really take profit. I could have turned 16,000 into like 40 or something up to the bull, because I invested on the way up in the middle stages. And then when I saw it start to come down, I was like, this is not something that I'm concerned with. As long as YouTube stays the way that it is and revenue stays the way that it is, we're good. So I wanted to invest heavily at the bottom, and that's kind of what I did, was invest as heavy as I could at the bottom for a lot of things. Profit taking, I feel you, poke vibes. Can we see your Kraken portfolio? Where is Kraken? Actually, I gotta sign in. Give me a second. Why do you want to see the Kraken portfolio? Is there a specific reason that you want to see the Kraken portfolio? Log in. Yeah, I knew I wasn't logged in. I don't think that's it. Ah, got it. Adam Nelson, thank you for signing up for Patreon if you're watching here today. I appreciate it. I typically do a lot of my Patreon stuff during the week, not really during the weekend. If I feel as though there's something that I want to, get off my chest and put out there for, patrons, I'll do that. Let's see. All right, here's my Kraken portfolio. Kraken portfolio sits at about $7,000. It's up by 1,161% over the last month. Biggest thing in my portfolio, obviously, or largest position is Terra Luna Classic, which I hold $6,000 of, which means that about $1,000 of it is my test portfolio. If you don't know what that is, I went over to Kraken and I said, okay, I want to see what the lowest market cap things are, and I want to prove that everything in the crypto market is going to run. So I took $5, invested into 100 different projects, and we wanted to see the success. And in the beginning stages of it, as altcoins were running and some of these projects were running, I ended up increasing it by, I think it was 400%, 300, 400%. I got to about $2,000, from $500 to $2,000, 2,000 plus. And now it has since come back down for a lot of things, and there may even be other opportunities to buy some of these plays. And I only went for the ones that I could buy, but I went for lower market caps because these are the ones that are on exchanges that have the potential chance to go from $2 million market cap to $295 million market cap, right? For Rubik, for Merit Circle, for Joe Bowden, right? Whatever it is, you could see those move to way higher levels, and it was just a random thing, right? $5 here, $5 there, $5 there. So am I investing in Pepe? Yes. I have about $700 or $800 of Pepe, or I'm up, I don't know, $1,000 maybe, something like that. Pepe is right here. Oh no, that's Boom. Boom, I have $4,000 worth. Pepe, I have about $1,956. 46.1 million coins, up $824 on that. So yes. No profits taken until €3. I mean, if that's your strategy, then go ahead and go with that. I have for XRP. I mean, my profit taking starts at like 5, so I believe it's 5, or it might be 10. Yeah, it's $5, not 10. $10 would be basically $1 million I would have in my portfolio, which I believe it can happen. I just feel like $5 is definitely a. What kind of weed are you smoking, Daniel? You're talking to Daniel? Who's Daniel? Let's see. What's Daniel saying? Bitcoin will hit 1.4 million. Ethereum will hit 60,000. Solana will hit $18.85, or $18,000. Is that what you're saying? BNB will hit 3,900. Doge will hit 12,000. That's ridiculous. Unless they decide to burn things, XRP will hit $4.70 or 4,700. Is that what you're saying? I don't know what numbers these are. Cardano will hit $11.09, or XRP will hit $11.09. Doge will hit $4.70. That's what you're saying, and Cardano will hit $11.16. Is that what? So I mean, I can't agree with all of that. I believe what Kathy Wood has come out and said that Bitcoin will hit 1.2, 1 point or 1.5 million dollars, and I want to agree with that. I want to see it hit 1.5 million dollars, but I also don't know if I fully agree with it because I feel like Bitcoin holds that value of like store value, and like that's really all it has to it as compared to gold. It's not compared to the US dollar or utilizing the US dollar. So I don't know. I want to say yes. I wouldn't say Ethereum's going to hit $60,000. Um, I'm definitely seeing 10,000 short term, and then we could see multiple X's from there. 10,000 would be about a $1 trillion market cap. So basically saying that it would get to a $6 trillion market cap. Um, you know what? I might agree with that. I might agree with that. Seeing Ethereum at a $6 trillion market, especially with the ability to burn Ethereum, yeah, I might have to agree with that there. Um, don't say Tether will reach $18 though. Solana reaching 3,900. I could see that. BNB will hit 12,000. I don't see that. Dogecoin at $4.70. I don't see that. Unless it becomes a transaction based currency and actually has a use, then maybe that could be the case. But I don't see a super sustainable level for a meme coin if it is just a meme coin. Um, but that's good points. I want to know your information behind it. Let me know why you believe um, Tether is going to hit $18 um, when it's meant to be stable. Oh, and Margex, is there a calculator to for projecting my leverage trades? Sorry, had to explain my message. Is there a calculator to project your leverage trades to see um, what they will be in the end? So, like, if you make or how much you would make on it, or how much, um, how what your liquidation point will be. Like, it does give you a breakdown after you purchase it to show you what the liquidation point will be. So like if you go over here and you wanted to purchase, let's say I see XRP that's going to run. This is down by $22. This is not the best investment right now, but we could be creating another low high to then approach the 200 EMA. Anyways, let's say I find a position that I really like, that I think is going to um, reverse field or make a huge move. I don't know what position that would be right now because things are looking really good. I still think Link is at a good level. I think BNB is still at a lower level. Let me show you guys my screen first before I do all of this. Let's go ahead and put, I think Compound actually at $50. I think that's a good play. So let me take Compound. And if I wanted to purchase Compound, I wanted to buy, maybe $100 worth at a 10x leverage. Let's say that that's the case. I would have $1,000. I would go, all right, down here, it would show you how much you would be paying for it. It's at a 5x leverage here. I'm going to do a 10. So I'm going to increase that to 10x leverage. And it's going to tell me what the cost will be, $100 for 1,000 here. But then you would just hit buy, and then once you hit buy, it's going to pop up at the bottom to show you all the information that's here as soon as it does pop up. There we go. So $100 in Compound at $53. My liquidation point will be $47.91. And then if I wanted to see what my projected gain will be in the end, I can say, all right, well, I want to sell at $500 for Compound, which honestly isn't an unreasonable price. But let's just do that at 300. Say I wanted to sell at 300. Well, now I can put that in there. It'll tell me what my projected P&L will be. $4,642.55 is what the projected amount will be. And I go ahead and put that through. Now you can also do it on the other side to set a stop loss as well. If you feel like you don't want to lose more than $20, you can do that. Now, for compound to actually say it's going to get to $300, you would have to go ahead and look at a lot of the history. And if you look at 5 years, come on, take your time, buddy. If you look at 5 years, you can see that it's gotten to $900 before. It's hovered around $500 before. So getting to $300 is not necessarily saying that it's impossible, right? And you would think, oh, well, that's because it had dilution. It didn't. There's no dilution that's associated in this. It's very, very low in the price. And I feel as though we're going to see a lot more success for compound. I don't know why it's still down at $53. I think this has a lot more potential to grow a lot further than where it is. So again, I'm going to keep that there and see this through. Right now it's negative. Both of them are negative. This one's a kind of it's a short play. So that's fine. $66 is what I'm risking. I'm also only risking $100 here. For you or for anybody else, it might be $10 that you risk, or it might be $50, or maybe you can get up to $100 and have a decent amount. But if you have, I would say on one position, you probably don't want to invest more than 10% of what you're holding in your, what's it called, your balance. So yeah, anyways, leverage trading is cool. I like it. We'll see how that plays out later on. Some serious XRP movement is likely to happen this morning. So much FOMO going on. Would love to see it. XRP will not reach $2. What are you talking about? $5. So here we go. We got our first negative comment about XRP. And there was nothing as it was moving and it was looking like it was going to reach $2. There was no type of comments that XRP was not going to reach a level of $2 or wasn't moving or sucked or anything like that. There were none of those comments. But now that XRP sees a little bit of negativity, now we get those comments again. And then they end up being silent when it gets back up to $2. And then it's like, oh, well, you know what? I'll just keep my mouth shut. And you're better off getting flux. I mean, that's your opinion. Talk something about ApeCoin, please. 8K in leverage trading in 14 days. 8K in leverage trading in 14 days? That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Congratulations on your gains. Hopefully you're putting them to good use, and now you can take those profits and be able to make money from the profits. Now your money is officially making money for you, right? And your money's money is making money for you. I said that the past year will reach $1, but not over the 150 mark. All right. It definitely will reach over 150. XRP hasn't seen a pump in 6 years. This is the first pump of XRP in years. You want to know why? Do you understand the reason why? I don't know how people don't. This is the problem that I have with where a lot of people stand with cryptocurrency and investing and just anything in general. There are people out there that don't understand that there are causes and effects to things. Something happens and it affects it, right? You have deficit spending in the world, you're going to lead yourself into a higher inflation rate. You have a pandemic, probably going to lead yourself into a higher inflation rate. You have, you're raising interest rates and everything, and you're trying to fix the inflation rate. I couldn't think of it. Then you have that reaction, right? You do that, and it fixes it, right? Same thing goes for this XRP. You have an issue that happened in 2020 before the last bull market, before the last bull run, that basically said that this was going to stay flat or even decrease in value because people thought, oh, well, it's within a lawsuit. Anytime I mentioned XRP before, it was about XRP being within a lawsuit and how they're not going to survive and how they're going to go to zero and how they're never going to be, any Ripple's not going to be anymore, and all of these negative comments because of that lawsuit. And that lawsuit lasted all the way up until where we stand today. And what's going to change is the person that's putting it through the ringer, putting Ripple through the ringer, XRP through the ringer, is no longer going to be there. That is the news that you needed, right? Then you start getting all the partnerships, and the partnerships having more reactions than anything. You have the XRP ETF that's going to come along, right? You have so many things that could factor into XRP's price rising now because of that one, I guess, Achilles heel, right? That's been kind of messing with us our entire lifespan of investing into crypto. So there's people that don't understand that there are causes and effects to things. And if you think that this pump is the only pump we're going to see, you're sadly mistaken. The reason why we got this pump is because of the news that we won't have that fight anymore, right? XRP and Ripple still has a fight in them to see more partnerships and more use and all of those things, but we don't have to fight that battle of even existing anymore. So, anyways, XRP will go to a lot higher than a $2 level. Believe me, and you can believe me, you cannot believe me. But yes, this is the first pump. Honestly, not the first pump. We saw a pump when XRP was labeled as not a security, right? But then it was brought back down when it was brought back on the table that they could appeal. It's like, hold your horses. We could appeal. Don't get heavily invested into this right now. And also, people that had it at a 30 cent price were taking, a 200% gain. That's perfectly fine. To a 95 cent price, 200% gain. That's okay. And then you finally get some information, you finally get some freedom, and now we're above $1. Then we reach above $1.20, and then we go above $1.50 and $2 and $3 and $5 and $10. And I can't wait for those things to happen. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We have 648 people that are here. If you guys can hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. I would love to get up to about 450 likes. That's my goal for right now. Also, again, if you check out the link in the chat, I'm doing a giveaway of $50 USDT to 4 people that sign up using my Margex link. And all you have to do is go over to my Twitter or my X, comment that you have a Margex account, that you signed up for Margex, and basically put your referral link as well as your address down below, so you know that, or so that I know that you have a Margex account, as well as what your Margex USDT address is, so I can send the USDT if you win. So feel free to go ahead and do that. And honestly, it's a great platform. I think you're doing yourself a favor by being able to consistently trade. And if you do the research into investing, if you do the research into individual positions, you can make a decent amount of money every single day. And if you do something shorter term, right? Let's say you have a play that you feel like is going to break out and you see the movement and it's starting to make moves, you can put in a 50x leverage really, really quick and then sell it at a little bit higher of a level and end up making a decent amount. I've done it time in and time out, but I don't, time in and time out, day in and day out. I don't know what the phrase is, but I've done it multiple days and I've been able to make a decent amount of money. It's just a lower amount than what I would expect to gain longer term, right? It's just like I can gain a couple $100 in a day every single day, but if I wanted to gain, $5,000 or $10,000 from a play in the long term, I could. Did you see Bonk go bonkers? It has reached the top. Did I see Bonk go bonkers? Is Bonk making a move right now? I think I do have Bonk in my possession. If I go to assets, actually, let me go over to here and I'll look up Bonk. I'll keep that up. Keep my portfolio up. Let me go to Bonk. So Bonk is up 21%, which is great to see. I'm seeing $2.5 billion worth of volume at a $4 billion market cap. I can't remember exactly where I invested or how much I invested. Let me go over here and let me go to my assets because I know I have Bonk. I have it over on my I thought I had it. Hmm. It's not in my portfolio. I thought I had Bonk. Or oh, you know what? It's in my Coinbase wallet, isn't it? I don't know what the password would be. Um, so yeah, I believe it's in my Coinbase wallet. If I just can go to assets. Yeah, I have $848 worth of Bonk. Not a crazy amount. I also have $627 worth of Ponky, which is crazy because I invested $200 into that. So it's up, 300%, and it can go a lot further. That's great to see. I also have two Solana over here. I think that's probably for just making random moves on the Solana chain. And then I also have Cat and a Dog's World. I have a little bit of that to 22 million or 22,000 of Cat and a Dog's World. Not a lot. I probably should have bought a lot more. And I have some other meme plays that maybe haven't worked out as well. And you never know. Maybe they'll come back and they'll be worth something in the future. But those are the risks that you take. I see a lot of people complaining in Trustpilot and Reddit. They cannot withdraw their funds from Margex. So there's no issues with withdrawing funds. I've withdrew my funds multiple days. I have a withdrawal that's going through today, two withdrawals, three withdrawals that are going through today. Um, there's no issues with it. I know they've said like they had to like verify at some point who you are. Um, there's technically no KYC on it, but I believe they still do put people through some verification at times because of um, like money laundering situations that were going on with different exchanges. They want to make sure that that's not the case, that we're not seeing anything there. So um, at times they will do that, not in the beginning stages, but maybe they'll do it to your profile. But it's not a concern. It's not something that will restrict you from trading. You could still do it. Oh, bro, do not recommend these people trade at 50x. That's a bad idea. Very bad. 50x never goes that way unless you're experienced. um, I guess you're right. It is, but if you truly take your research seriously, I think there are some people out there that will treat it as if they were going to train for a job or going to get an education, right? If you go to college, you're going to college for multiple years, right? You're learning different things that you could do. Why not spend that same time in understanding investing, understanding charting? Because if you do, and maybe it could be at a basic level, but then you can learn things all the way through. Find your strategy that works for you, and then you can get a little bit more aggressive. So, no way am I saying that you can just start out brand new and do a 50x leverage and make so much money because you don't know what the heck you're doing. Now, if you do know what you're doing, then maybe that could be a reality. But if you also don't have experience in leverage trading, you don't understand how much you can lose, what you're going to lose, what you could eventually win. You don't understand all of those numbers. So start out with a low leverage trade, whether it's dollar figure or even 5x leverage or something like that. But train yourself to understand what you're doing. And then you can make a little bit more aggressive moves and also take a little bit more risk after you gain more money. So if you're starting with $100, you don't want to take that whole $100 and throw it in a 50x leverage trade and go, well, maybe it'll happen. I mean, technically, people do that in gambling situations. Like they go on sports betting and they'll do a parlay, like a 10 thing parlay, a 10 bet parlay, and knowing that they're going to miss one of them. And if they do miss one of them, they lose everything that they put in there, right? So they'll do that. But I'm not saying that you should do that here. You should become experienced, um, learn your strategy, hone your craft, and then when you feel as though you are confident in what you are doing, then you can make a little bit more aggressive trades. Um, I could tell you, I wanted to experience all the leverage trade sides. So I took $1 in the beginning and did it at 100x leverage because of the fact that I wanted to understand the impact of 100x leverage. And I understood that impact immediately because within maybe 30 seconds to a minute, I lost that $1. So wanted to test it to see what the effect would be and how fast you can lose it depending on the markets and the position that you're investing into. And it was fast. Even 50x leverage, it was fast. I have made money on 100 or 50x leverage. That's because I know what I'm doing. But I think that might be the case. The reason why I made that much is because I tested it in the beginning and understood the impact of what it is. Because if I took $1,000 and threw it on 100x, and I would really understand the impact and I would never want to trade again. You have to give yourself a chance to live to fight another day. But I understand what you're saying. Thank you for pointing that out. You need to mention that it's not legal to use Margex if you reside in the U.S. So it's not that it's not legal. It's just that they don't support U.S. customers right now, just because of the like you have all of the regulations that can go through. Well, actually, lack thereof of regulations, but thought of being sued by the SEC because of the quote unquote regulations that they have, which they don't have any. So with no actual fine line or guidelines behind it, it's not that it's not legal. It's not that it's illegal. It's not that they're trying to break the law at all. It's that the U.S. hasn't established a fine line for regulation in order to say, hey, this is 100% and always going to be 100% U.S. legal at the times. So that's not the case at all. They just don't support the customer base, even though they allow you to use it. However, I do have another platform, BTCC, that does support a U.S. customer base. That's in the description if you want to check that out as well. But I'm doing the whole promotion for Margex if you guys want to get involved with that, because I feel like Margex has given me a lot with the partnership that I've had over, I don't even know however many months. But I've been using it for such a long time. I have a copy trading portfolio with it. I reside in the U.S. I have $19,000 in my copy trading portfolio, and I'm also consistently trading on that portfolio and my main portfolio. So it's nothing that I'm worried about. And when it does come, if it does come to the point to where you would have, the SEC that says we're cracking down on all exchanges, then they would go, okay, anybody just like how Gate.io and KuCoin did, they would say, all right, well, we need to make sure that if we don't support the U.S., then we tell them, hey, at this time, we're not going to be supporting U.S. customers, so you're not going to be able to make any trades, but you can withdraw all your money, just like they did with KuCoin, as well as Gate.io and a couple of other platforms. But people in the US want to use KuCoin. I used KuCoin for a while. I also used Gate.io, and I got kicked off of both of those platforms. And I got all of the money that I had on there. I sent that over to Coinbase. But that's the thing that we're not going to deal with a change in that seat, that driver's seat. So Gary Gensler, him gone, and the change in the thought that crypto is the future, now you have more support for more exchanges. So why does it sound like you ate? Oh, sorry. Oh, you are. That's what you're trying to say. You are talking into a water jug. The reverb. I don't know. Um, my mic is up here. It's usually doing a good job. So I don't know. As long as you can hear me, it's fine. I'll check the sound as I go back to it. Don't remind us of how evil Ripple case was / is. It's Sunday. Well, yeah, true. Matt, is it a good idea to sell a little XRP before Ripple release XRP from escrow? First of the month, and the price drops. So they don't have a specific date that they release coins from escrow. They do it sporadically throughout the month, but it should be 1 billion per month. But it shouldn't have an end effect to the overall price of where I believe, or we all believe, XRP is going. But if you wanted to do that, if you were more of a short-term gainer and that's what you wanted out of it, then yeah, it's fine for you to do that. I'm not gonna hate on whatever your strategy is. I just won't do that, right? I won't sell at the I won't sell in the beginning of the month, just because you never know when things are going to explode, no matter how much money or how much is getting introduced. Typically, you have, let's say, a certain amount that's getting introduced, right? It's like maybe 1 billion that's getting introduced there. But if you go over here and you look at the daily volume, just for XRP, let's go to coin market cap and we'll look at the daily volume, and it'll show you how much in volume is actually being traded. 1 billion's introduced to the supply every single month. We're looking at 1 month worth of trading and everything. We have 19.6 billion coins that are being traded in a day. So 1 billion coins is not going to matter as long as you have this many coins that are traded, or you have over the amount of coins that are added in a month that are traded, right? So it's not really going to have a major effect to it. We are seeing, I guess, a little bit of an increase here, which it wasn't a decrease. We're seeing a little bit of an increase. What are you talking about? But yeah, I think it's not something that I would advise, that I would tell anybody, hey, go ahead and sell your XRP in the beginning of the month and then buy back when it goes low. It's not going to be at a major effect. My account with XRP started at $56,000 and now it's $119,000 in the last week as of right now. Should I hold or should I sell off? So that's up to you. If you feel as though you would be comfortable with what you are holding, if you sold and collected your initial investment, maybe with some profit, then do that. I'm not going to tell anybody to go ahead and hold everything forever. I've never been that person, whether it was during the AMC times where people are asking me, hey, should I sell? And they're like, oh, you need a diamond hand. And I'm like, if you want to take your profit, if you want to take some profit, take it. Don't be that person that that holds other people back because they wanted to realize their profit and protect their gains. It doesn't mean that they're going to sell everything. It means that you sell a portion of it so that you feel comfortable about what you're holding left. I do that all the time. Usually when I get to about 300%, that's where I will sell to get my initial investment plus profit back. For XRP, on the other hand, it's not something I'm worried about. I want to get to 10 times where I was in order to take my initial investment, which would be about $5. $5, it would be $500,000 that I have there. I would take my initial investment plus maybe a little bit of profit and then leave the rest that's in there. Yeah, but guess what? I took $60,000 or $70,000 already, and I have 10 extra, 20 extra $1,000 to throw in at a different time period if it is lower again, meaning that I can easily gather more XRP if I believe it's going to pull back and then bounce back up. That's fine. So I'm all for it. And that's why I suggest that people should have an exit plan. Because if you don't have an exit plan, there may be a chance where you get caught in the next bear market and now you have to wait again. You have to wait 2 years to 3 years for everything to come back. So if you feel better, or if it makes you feel better, I 100% know that it will make you feel better. If you sell, collect your initial investment, it will make you feel better about what you're holding. It just won't make you feel better in the end when you're when it's up to like $100 and you take maybe your profit and now you have $500,000 worth of profit, or 5%. Happy with what you do have. I'm just saying, if you have any gains, be happy with those gains. Cheer. I think $5 is what I'm reaching for. I wanted to see $2, and I think we will see $2. But now we're approaching those levels where anything's like it's all fair game. When you see Solana getting above the 100, it's going to surpass Solana. It's going to surpass Tether, and it's going to be the third cryptocurrency probably within the end of this year. And I hope that that's really the case, that we see more of this hype and more of this movement to get us there, because every single day that we go by, it seems to get better and better for the future of crypto, the regulatory clarity of crypto, and XRP and Ripple are kind of leading the way there. If Ripple case is one. Sound like multiplying. Or I have no idea what you're talking about. They know it's going over 1,000K for sure, like $1,000. Yeah, because 1,000K would be like you're adding extra 3 zeros behind that, so $1 million. Sold XRP and then seen it. Sold XRP at blank, I guess, and then seen it will get used in 2025 and bought it again at lower. It should have right now. Is it making any type of moves? Grok is currently down by 10%. It's still around the 1 cent level. It's things that are happening in the crypto market right now, but some things are moving a little bit more aggressively than others, and that's great to see. But Grok is one of my plays that I believe is going to be worth with Elon Musk, and see Grok that flies and it makes moves. That's the way that I see it. But again, my opinion is my opinion. Other people may have different opinions. Other people may think that it's crap, and that's okay. You can think however you want to think about certain plays. I have my own plays. I've been successful thus far, and the ones that I've failed on, yeah, I've failed other plays. So they truly hate all of us. They plan everything. You need to research and pay attention. I love you. I love what I want. I love you. I want the best for all of you. Who's they? They want you thinking all coins are the same. XRP is different. Just like XLM, look at the moves. This coin are real money. This coin is real money. Buffering every few seconds, fam. Am I? I don't have any. I don't know. Sometimes elites. Come on, bro. Who are the elites? Do you know these people? Is the bull run almost over? No, it hasn't even started yet. Well, sorry, it hasn't even got to its full potential yet. Right? It's not just getting started, but altcoin season hasn't even started yet. Bull run has started back in 2022. Seems to be a bit better now. Yeah, I don't understand what was going on. Maybe somebody's using the internet. I don't know. Whatever, it happens. Happens to the best of us. I'm so cold down here. I folded so hard yesterday when everybody was selling. Is crypto still bleeding? I'm scared to hop back on. I don't think crypto was bleeding really at all. It's down by 0.14%. It's something that gets to people when you see your positions at a higher level, and you're like, dang, this could come back down. I've seen it come back down. You end up taking that profit, and it's okay. Take the profit. That's great to see. But at that point, if you take all your profit and you see things that are start going up, and you start looking at the market again, you're gonna start getting FOMO, fear of missing out. You're gonna start trading with emotion. And you said put a coat on, Matt. I could put a sweater on. I got on shorts, so I could put a sweater on. Where is my sweater? It's always cold down here. All my trading, all my trading lagging the internet. I don't know. I don't think that I'm lagging. Well, I mean, I guess I was for a little bit. I don't understand why though. Like I pay for ridiculously high speed internet, and also I don't even think I think I have a lag on this. Like I have a lag on the actual stream, so it should be streaming a lot clearer, which makes no sense. Um, Sitting in a t-shirt in a cold room in autumn. I mean, it shouldn't be cold. It should be, comfortable temperature where I can wear a t-shirt. Hey Matt, I'm new in the world of crypto. How can I really educate myself and make smart choices? I hear Musk say X on X that Doge has real potential, so now I'm FOMO. Yeah, so this is the issue that you deal with is that many people become interested in the crypto market when things get popular, right? Many people start talking about it, so then they start getting into it. It's just like you getting into a TV show or something, right? The TV show has been on there for a while, but now it's starting to gain popularity, so people jump into it and start watching it. However, this is risking your money. So I think what you need to do is start out with the top 100 cryptocurrencies, right? Start out with looking at these currencies on Coin Market Cap and educate yourself. Educate yourself on what it is. So scroll down to about, and then understand, like read all of these things. Read Bitcoin is a decentralized cryptocurrency originally described in a 2008 white paper and all that. Like read everything about it, see who the founders are, see why it makes it unique, see all that information, and then move on to the next one. I think you should start to really understand what cryptocurrency is all about before you decide to just dive into something. And then you can start analyzing the charts to say like what you believe is going to be worth so much more. Because like, honestly, in the end, it's all about what you think is going to be used heavily. Um, because you'll get the greatest understanding of what cryptocurrency is by the top 25 cryptos, and then you can go ahead and start to get into other things that are outside of the top 100 or that are further down the list of the top 100. What is VeChain? What is Celestia? What is SEI? All of those things. And it may take a little bit for you to get educated, but you can sit down and read that for, maybe the first day you can read all these things and understand the crypto market. And then you want to understand where you can purchase a lot of these cryptocurrencies. So as you're going through and you find one that works for you the best, maybe it's Solana, maybe it's BNB, where can you purchase them? And you can have a crypto.com account, you can have a Coinbase account, you can have um, a Kraken account, you can have many different accounts, and that would be to purchase whatever cryptocurrency that you want. So make smart moves, reasonable decisions, but a lot of the top cryptocurrencies are ones that you want to find more consistent growth on, if that makes sense. I'm new here, brother. When will we see the top for altcoins and bull run over? Oh, don't laugh at me, please. By the way, I just subscribed. Well, thank you for subscribing, Hollywood Jules. So, we're thinking that the top of the altcoin season will happen in 2025. That we'll see Bitcoin reach high points of 100 to 150,000. That's what I'm seeing on the charts as I look through history. So within that time frame, you'll see Bitcoin that will kind of plateau a little bit. And when Bitcoin plateaus, a lot of that money starts to flow into altcoins and other cryptocurrencies, basically. Um, and people look for better or other opportunities because Bitcoin really there's no value to use it outside of just holding it. For Ethereum and Solana and XRP and DogeCoin and I say DogeCoin because it does give you an understanding that this could be a transaction currency as well. And the way Elon Musk is always talking about it, it could be that just for him alone. Um, but then money starts flowing into there. So I don't know the exact time frame. I'm gonna be honest. Like I just look at certain years and believe whether we're going to see a bullish or bearish time period in that year, from year over year, and then go from there. I don't think anybody's laughing at you. This dude has 200K portfolio, and I guarantee you guys have nowhere near that. It's almost 300K. I appreciate your support. 119K. That's a great win. Take some profits, fam. Like a third. Enjoy life. You are in great effect shape. Yeah, I think when you think about $119,000, taking your initial investment. I'm not saying that I don't want to talk you into taking it. You do whatever you feel works for you. I don't want anybody else to talk you into that as well. But know that these are the pros and cons of taking it versus not taking it. If you take it, right, if you take your initial investment plus a little bit of profit, then you now have some to work with if it somehow comes back down, right? And you also can invest into other opportunities that you have out there. If there's a newer play that many people are talking about that you now have a lot of money for, you can take some of that profit and put it in on that. You have your initial investment, so you don't have to worry about going in the red at all. But the con to that, the con to taking it is the fact that you leave a lot of money on the table if you truly believe that this is going to a level of $5, right? So you have to weigh or balance the scale and whatever you feel could work for you the best, because there are pros and cons to taking it and pros and cons to not taking it. Like, what if it does come back down? Well, now you're in more of a waiting period to even get back up to $1 again, or $1.20 or $1.50, because honestly, no one truly knows where the crypto market is going short term. So if you think that right now is a chance to time the market, then take whatever chance you think is there. I'm not going to talk you into, nor do I want to talk you into taking your investment, taking your profit. I want you to make that decision on your own, because not only do you feel great if you have the profit, you feel great if you made the decision behind it. Not me, not a person in the chat, not your parents. It doesn't matter who it is. Like, you don't want them to make the decision for you. Nobody will ever make a decision for me. I will invest, I will sell, I will do what I feel is necessary. And if I make a mistake, I learn from that. If someone else tells me to do something and then I do it, I now blame it on them, when in reality, I should blame it on myself. So do what you feel is best. Shorting now is a mistake. I mean, that's fine. Or are you talking to somebody else, or you're talking to me with my short play that I did? It's $66. If it goes up, I make more money in the other trade that I had versus the one that I have here. Because yes, shorting now, right now it's down $55 out of the $60 that's there, and it's almost reaching the liquidation point, which again, it's fine. I will make more money with this play, which has increased by $100 since that has increased. Um, so it's fine. I kind of supplemented it. Yes, I'll make a little bit less when I could have just not had that there, but I wanted to make sure I covered both bases to see if I can, um, uh, time the market, or challenge the market in a way. And a lot of times when I challenge the market, it goes the way that I wanted it to go. And so it goes against the trade that I just did, but it goes, or sorry, not goes the way that I wanted it to go, but goes against the trade that I make, which was also in my mind to kind of play it that way. Let me take a closer look at this, not long term. I want to look at it maybe over the last month. And let's see how this is looking. So it's looking like it's breaking the previous, or at least getting up to the previous level here of 10 of $1.10. If it breaks that level, it can create some major positivity and potentially start creating higher highs and higher lows. So that would be good. Not good for this position, but it would be good overall. Do you look into Luna Layer 2s? I don't. I mean, I just have Terra Luna Classic. $5, I will retire. I've been dollar cost averaging for 3 years on XRP. I hold 65K XRP at an average of 42 cents. I will keep 10K XRP for the long term and buy more in the bear market. To be honest, I followed your lead, Matt, and it's paying off. Well, thank you for saying that. But again, you're obviously making the decision to dollar cost average into it consistently and work on time in the market versus timing the market. So I still give you credit, even though you followed something that I did or where I'm going. So it looks like it is breaking that level. That's great. Even though you followed where I'm going, that's still amazing to see that you made your own decision on what you're going to do. I never told anybody to dollar cost average. Well, I guess I might have. I never told anybody to consistently invest into the position. But you are deciding to add money as much as you can, maybe even up to, I don't know if it's up to a certain point, but yeah, it's great to see that you made that decision in the end. No one's paying 10,000 XRP for two pizzas. No, I'm not. I'm not giving any XRP away for two pizzas. Bro, you're gonna retire with 400K. Who? Oh, you said, bro, you're gonna retire with 400K. Yeah, I don't think 400K will get you to retirement, but your money will be able to make money for you. With 400K, you'll be able to, if you put it into a dividend portfolio, you'll be able to make not only 8 to 10% per year in just the gains, but also be able to gain $1,000 per month if you invest into the right things in dividend payouts, meaning that you can live off of those dividends depending on how much you pay in rent and taxes and all of these other things. So um, looks like that position just was closed and liquidated. So $66 down the drain, meaning that this is absolutely taking off a bit. And you can see here that $66 now netted me. I guess if I'm talking about net, because it's 120, 130, we're looking at about um, a 60 to $70 gain in this when I add in the $66 loss. But it's good. I want to see XRP break this level, break a level of 120, break a level of 127. And right now it's at 112, picking up again. Let's go. I need 2 million minimum to retire. $2 million. Yeah, I mean, if you add a million into a dividend portfolio, it would get you $3,000 per month in dividend payouts. Um, I don't know what these kids are doing. Maybe just moving the chairs, but it sounded a little worse than that. But Eric is up there with him. So, do you think Bitcoin Cash can hit $1,000? I haven't actually taken a heavy look into Bitcoin Cash, but I did look at it one time before and did also question like how far that was going to go. Um, but I honestly don't know. Bitcoin Cash currently sits at $440. It's at an $8.7 billion market cap. I don't know what the true correlation, if there is a correlation with that in Bitcoin. Um, if people classify it as such and decide to invest heavily into it because of the name correlation. Um, but yeah, I mean it's sitting with $1 billion worth of volume, so it sees a decent amount of volume. We're also looking at the same amount of um, supply that's there. So I honestly don't know. I've never educated myself at all on Bitcoin Cash. I'll just be completely honest. I assume you are struggling a bit. My portfolio is up quite a bit. I mean, I don't know, maybe. You never know what people are going through. $5,000 a month is sustainable living in New York. What will happen to XRP's price after the ETF? Um, well, I would think it would skyrocket to get something that's other than Bitcoin and Ethereum as an ETF, and to know that XRP is next on that list, no matter what other situation is there. To know that XRP is right behind the top two cryptocurrencies means that it's something of value, that people understand XRP has major worth in this world. So yeah, I don't know what price it will do. I'm not like, I don't have a true crystal ball. My There's so many things that could affect XRP to push to way higher levels and way higher prices that honestly I don't know. It's uncharted territory for an altcoin to have, an ETF, to be a major cryptocurrency there, and you know, also potentially be used by majority of the world, not only just the U.S. but majority of the world in the form of the first global digital currency. Solana, I think, is next. I mean, you would think so, but they've been saying that XRP was on the list even before Ethereum. XRP was there, and I think we've already seen uh, I want to say filings for it. Jeez, why am I drawing a blank on what was released for it? Your trust, yeah, XRP trust, that was already released for it. So that's that. Can you make a video on Cardano? I could. I've made a couple of videos on Cardano before. XRP will drop sooner than later. Bump dump coin. I mean, that's your opinion. That's truly fine to have an opinion, and if you don't believe in something, that's okay. I hope my other cryptos pop so I can sell, so I don't have to sell any of my XRP. Well, I wouldn't say that's really the plan for me. I have exit strategies to where I want to sell at certain levels, um, and we're kind of like reaching some of those levels for certain things. Like Solana, yes, can get to a level of a $200 billion market cap, but seeing it at a $231 price is amazing to see. SEC Gary Gensler resigned. Trump declares XRP is global financial reserve. XRP gets listed uh, as an IPO. You mean Ripple gets listed as an IPO? BlackRock lists XRP as ETF. SBI Japan announces XRP use in 2025. XRP to $100 or $10,000, in my opinion. Great opinion and great breakdown for basically everything. Um, I do think Ripple would get listed as an IPO. And the thing that I want to see, and I don't know if we will, is the reason why XRP could or couldn't be labeled as a global financial currency is because of the escrow that they have. If that escrow is somehow bought out by you know by the Fed, then we can then see it listed as the digital or global digital financial reserve, um, and then being used heavily in that manner. But you have to see all these things take place, and you have to see the Fed wanting to buy it out. Like if they went to buy out 30, what, how much is it? It's 40 something billion. Where's XRP? Um, so 40, 43. They went to buy out 43 billion coins at a level of $1.13, or let's just round down to $1. It's going to be $43 billion that they buy it out, which I feel like they could do. If XRP runs too much before they decide to buy it out, And that's something that they would have to talk to Ripple to be able to do, because if they end up being the reserve, then they can hold the dilution of it until it reaches max supply. Am I right? Which I don't really want the government to really control anything there, but they would control whatever the dilution could be only to a max extent. And then once it hits that max extent, they can never dilute it again, right? I bet Gary Gensler is buying XRP before he resigns this week. He probably already had it, honestly. Throughout the whole lawsuit, he probably already had X. Haven't I been talking about XRP this whole time? You said, brother, talk about XRP. We're buffering now. We got 900 people that are here, I guess, waking up and starting to see XRP moving. And now we're buffering. Great. Gotta love buffers. Guys, if you could hit the like button, please hit the like button. Also, feel free to check out my link in the chat for Margex. We're doing another giveaway. I think we'll set a timeline. Um, I wanted to set a timeline for like the end of the week or something, just to get a bunch of people that are signed up. If you go over to my X account and you click on this link and you sign up with Margex, if you want to, you can get $50 that I'll send to your Margex USDT address. All you have to do is put your referral link down there, USDT address down there, and I will pick 4 winners. And right now, we only have 3 comments there. KL, I need to see your Margex link, not your referral code, not this. I need to see the link as well as what the address is. So kind of like I guess somebody deleted theirs. Oh no, you didn't. They're like Amy's right here, right? The referral link is this, and then you have the address. What was he talking to SBF about on a regular basis? Totally suspect. Maybe XRP to $100 by Christmas 2025. Okay, I thought you were saying Christmas 2024. Let's say that's a month and a half away. How are the fees on Margex versus Coinbase? They're not bad at all. Like I pay when I go over here and I pay for things, you can see here I pay for what's funded, and then I also have a little bit that's taken off the top for the profit as well, but it's not a crazy amount at all. Um, for this, it's 60 cents for this compound play. Yes, if you hold it for a longer period of time, you will have higher fees because you will have funding periods. Like for my Ethereum play that I have, $357 is paid out in fees versus the $4,114 that I'm making over this time period. I'm looking to make a lot more. So the higher the amount, the more they have to fund, the more that you're going to end up paying in fees. If you have a lesser amount that they're paying in fees, you're not paying as much. Like I had this since August of 2024. Um, so it's been here for quite some time, and I've been holding it for and getting funding fees every single day. So that's something you have to worry about.
Alpha Life donated $10 through Super Chat. Hey Matt, what do you think about Alluvium?
What'd you say? Hey Matt, what do you think about Illuvium? I haven't really looked into it. I've seen a couple of people. Actually, I've looked into it maybe a little bit. I've seen other people that have talked about it more, that actually like it a little bit more. Illuvium. How do you spell it? ILUV. Okay. That's not it. What's the coin symbol for it? I don't know if those are eyes. It's illuvium. We're buffering. Let me go back here. As you can tell, I haven't looked into it because I don't know if those are I's or L's, and I don't know how to spell it. ILV. Currently sitting at $41.68. We have $36 million worth of volume, 17% volume to market cap ratio with $211 million market cap. This may be one of those plays, right, that you look for due to its yield reward mechanism. There's a difference between coin market cap and aluminum team calculation for circulating supply. Okay, so they're talking about the supply. But either way, you have a total supply of 8.5, 8.6 million while having majority of that supply that's out there. So you don't have to worry about that pretty much at all. But this may be one of those plays because I've heard a lot about this, positive things about it. And it's currently sitting in the top 300, right? So it may be one of those plays that's not on the front page that people tend to ignore until it starts to creep up, until it starts to push. So I believe, let's check all history within this. So in 2021, this was up to a $1,700 price. I would imagine you had less supply. It was at a $1 billion market cap. And now, you see this at a $550 million market cap while being at a much lower price of $160. I think this definitely can have the ability not only to get back to the $1 billion mark, but surpass that by far. And again, I haven't read into all of it and what I think about the use case and everything, but something that does have a use, as well as has sustainable volume, has the ability to purchase it on many different markets, including S-tier exchanges. It opens up a door, window. It blows a hole through the side of the house about about this play, and seeing that you can find something that could be a hidden gem, and not necessarily be $1 million market cap. It could still be a $200 million market cap. Kind of like what you saw with Jasmy Coin, going from a $200 million market cap up to a $2 billion market cap. Like, those are the things or positions that you want to be invested into and get a solid 10x, if not even more than that from it. So could be the case. Again, I would have to look into it a little bit more in order to get a full breakdown of it. Just found your channel and subscribe. How about Litecoin and ICP? Any thoughts? So I like Litecoin a lot. I have about 133 Litecoin, 100 of it that's staying over in my Ledger wallet, and 33 that I'm going to use short term. For ICP, I just never really liked the dilution that factored into that. I made money from ICP in the beginning, and sold at like $75, and then now it's down to single digits or maybe even double digits. Let me actually check it out. So it's borderline double digits. It's still at single digits right now, dollar wise. And that's because of the addition of the supply. It has an unlimited supply, which I don't know how they introduced that to the total, but they have an unlimited supply. When I first got into it, it was 120 million coins. And it had an easy chance or potential chance to get to $750. And you have to factor that into it now to say this is probably not going to get back to that point, but definitely still will be worth, as long as they have a sustainable and it stays at these levels for the circulating supply. It can definitely get to way higher levels than where we're standing right now, worth multiple billions, maybe even tens of billions of dollars. I think compound has potential. I do. That's why I just put through a leverage trade in it. Can XRP realistically hit $100? If so, can you explain how? So there's many factors that can go into XRP hitting these higher levels, right? Understand that just the base level of understanding that XRP could be the world currency, world digital currency. If it takes over the world currency, just from the US alone, we have a circulating 2 plus billion coins, which can lead it up to trillion coins or $1 trillion. So just looking at the $2+ trillion of circulating money that's in the US or in the world today, we would look at that and go, okay, XRP taking over that would be a $20 price point, just taking over that as the world, or as the U.S. currency. The world currency, on the other hand, we're looking at tens of trillions of dollars, tens of trillions that are out there, meaning that you're getting to, just with that alone, you could potentially see that $50 to $100 price point. However, you're not only factoring that into it, you have to understand the dynamic of using it and the demand for having it. So as people are seeing the value in it, you look at it as an investment. So people are holding it for a longer period of time, as well as no more money, no more coins can be added into circulation. So when that is removed from it, it's removed from circulation. And now people are desiring that because they want it so bad in order to transact with it across banks, across countries, across people and businesses. And with all these things in place, and there's a lot more, you can say that can get to $100 easily with that method alone. Now, if we see the Fed decide to adopt it as the reserve currency, then it ends up gaining a lot more value in people that want to hold it to see what that's going to do, right? If you have $1, it's going to be worth $1 forever. Now, the value of that dollar, or the length of where that dollar goes, could definitely vary depending on how many dollars they print. If you physically cannot print or make any more XRP, and you actually have a naturally deflationary aspect to it, where it's burning coins, you are decreasing the supply. You're decreasing the amount that's out there, meaning that you can then enhance or increase the value of where XRP could be in the end. And with all the transactions that are being had, we're talking about not only the circulation of money, we're talking about somebody that has $1, and that dollar can circulate or transact within a day 100 times over. So while you see the circulation of 2 trillion, you could see 20 trillion or $200 trillion worth of circulating worth of transactions that are being done. Not the actual dollar itself, but if I give you $1 and you give me $1, that's $2 worth of transactions, even though it's still only $1. So there's literally so much. The sky's the limit of what XRP could do. What's up with the audio? I don't know what's up with the audio. The sky's the limit of what could be done, but yeah, XRP can get to a way higher price than people think, because of what it means and the impact that it has. Why do you think the Fed, why do you think the SEC is trying to fight it so much? Because they understand XRP and Ripple were making moves to take over as that currency. If they're going to take over as a payment option, you have Ripple with the payment options in banks, the places that have that transact the most money, right? You have, many people that actually see that happening before their eyes. The SEC is like, all right, well, maybe we need to stop this, and we need to find something that we can build, that we can then add more money to the pot, right? We can decide to create inflation because we can make as many coins as we want if we establish this new coin. But they haven't done that. I think they were looking into that, as you saw, like Fed Now and like all these other things, but it's just not something that they have full knowledge of. They would have to hire a team, and just because they hire a team doesn't mean it makes everybody else understand it that isn't on that team themselves. XRP to 10K, I would be happy with 5. I mean, I'm going to be happy with 5, but I want to see a lot more than that. XRP minimum price would be 10K. How much percentage of XRP is fine to sell? High to buy in deep? How much hold, and how much trade in your opinion? What is wise? So I think for the long term,
Alpha Life donated $10 through Super Chat.
Thank you for that.
What are your thoughts on Gala?
I'll get into that in a couple of seconds. But for XRP, when it comes to the long term, like forever, something you should hold into your ledger wallet and kind of treat as if it was Bitcoin in 2000, 13. um, it should be 1,000 XRP. I think you should have 1,000 that sits there to see all of these levels take place and profit from those levels and everything there. I think for short term, what would be fine to sell. I think what I'm looking for is to sell about 10% of my portfolio, 10% of my holdings at a given time. So when I see certain price ranges, I'm looking for 10%, maybe some cases it's 20%. And then when it gets to higher stages or higher amounts, I'm not selling as much, right? I may sell instead of 10%, 5% or 1%, depending on where the price is. But ultimately, for me, 10% of your portfolio should be put aside. So if you have 100,000, 10,000 should be put into a ledger wallet. If you have 10,000, that's my opinion is where that should be. Now for Gala, I like Gala. I like gaming crypto or gaming cryptos. I feel like gaming is going to go very, very far. And whether that comes with Gala or comes with Prime, that's a good gaming crypto as well, or Beam, this sector will be huge. You know that gaming is huge. And when it comes to cryptocurrency, that's honestly a lot of people's first thought is that gaming cryptos or crypto will be used in gaming in a large way. You look at NBA 2K with their VC, their virtual currency. You look at Call of Duty with all of their weapons that you could buy, or skins that you could buy, and all those things that you use a virtual currency for, right? And many others that also do the same thing. I feel as though it's going to go a long way, and whatever company can really kind of break that barrier in just gaming and also transitioning that to actually owning crypto or linking your wallet, whether that's Gala or whatever. I think it will be big. Now, do I 100%? Am I 100% on everything that Gala has done? No, because I still hold Gala version 1 on Coinbase, and I don't believe I can do anything with it. So wasn't really a big fan of that, and that's more of a Coinbase issue than it is a Gala issue. But still, it also kind of stems from the original Gala issue that there is another version, right? Not a version 2 or not a version 1. So I like it. I have it. Did I buy any more? No, I didn't. Would I have liked to? Probably. But at the time where I was looking to make that decision, I didn't. I didn't have enough money to do that. Why are there so many haters on XRP than if it has so much potential? There's so many haters on XRP is because um, people think that their position is a lot better, and XRP also hasn't done anything for a very long time. People have this mindset of, what have you done for me lately? It's always like that, no matter what it is. I encounter it day in and day out with Jasmine Coin, with XRP, with Terra Luna Classic, with Shiba Inu, with many positions where they're like, if it's not moving now, it's crap. And it's interesting to have that mindset because those people that think that way never truly gain what they want, right? They gain something and they can make a lot of money and they can be happy with that and say, I made $10,000 today. Well, great. That's fantastic that you did. But it doesn't mean you're going to make $10,000 tomorrow and you also could squander that $10,000. But you're never going to find a way to say, I made $100,000 today. It's because you don't stick to something and go through the bad times as well as the good times, right? XRP, there's a reason why it did nothing for a long period of time. And there's a cause and effect to everything. So if you look at why it was held back and why it didn't move in the 2021 bull market, why it didn't move during that time, because it was held back from this lawsuit. And throughout this whole entire time, it's been held back from this lawsuit or with this lawsuit. Because anytime something positive happens that it looks like it's going to explode, XRP to 95 cents when it was labeled as not a security, what happens? The SEC comes back and says, well, we can still appeal. So hold your horses. comes back down to a level of 50 cents. Didn't expect that, because I still, yes, they could have appealed, and it still was a thought process there. And you also had people that are looking to take profit. So for me, I always find a play that I can stick through not only the good times, but also the bad times, and be able to average in those bad times. If you look at markets in general, 2008, 2009, right? Mortgage crisis. Things came down a massive amount. I wasn't investing then. I was still in high school at that time. So while that happened, many people were giving up. Were saying, "Look, I'm done with this, right? I can't have my money fall this far." So then they sold at the bottom, never bought back in, and decided to live their life by holding money in their back pocket. Or the other thing that they did was sold at the bottom, saw it going back up, ended up buying either midway or at the top again, and then just continue to get into this trend of buying low and selling high. Or sorry, buying high and selling low rather than buying low and selling high. But if you dollar cost average into it and believe into the markets, right, and stick with it through its low times, its bad times, you're going to see major success. Because if you would have, during that time, you could have been invested into Amazon. You could have been invested into Tesla. You could have been invested into so many other plays that can make you a crazy amount of money and borderline, probably not borderline, a millionaire. So good times, bad times, you have to stick through it. So you're too optimistic, bro. I'm not. Being as optimistic as I am, right? I can't say I'm too optimistic, but being as optimistic as I am, this is the reason why I'm the place that I'm at, right? Because I understand the markets. I've been investing into the markets for, I don't know, it's been 12 years. 12 years at this point in the stock market. The crypto market, it's honestly only been since 2020. But for the stock market and understanding markets on a daily, monthly, yearly basis, even decade at this point, I understand how the markets work and the ebbs and flows to the markets, the crisis moments, the pandemic moments. Did I understand why things skyrocketed in the pandemic? No, I didn't. Mainly, you can see a lot of corporations or publicly traded companies that were open during that time. Small businesses were the ones that were getting massively affected, and I can kind of understand that now, and why Walmart and Target and all of those were seeing record profits is because technically they're grocery stores, right? They can be open and you buy all these different products from them rather than going to a hardware store, mom and pop hardware store, or a corner store that's shut down or whatever. So either way, I've gotten to where I'm at today because I understand markets, because I have this fair share of optimism. So it's okay. People think that they know about a certain play, or they don't like a certain play or whatever. I don't know why you're here in an XRP stream, or technically a crypto stream, but XRP focused stream, and maybe that's just to talk trash on where XRP is. But I love to see the negativity today when things aren't really looking the absolute best for XRP. Right? If XRP is at $1.12 and it was at $1.23, it's not skyrocketing today. So now we can have some of the negative comments that are coming along. But when it was skyrocketing yesterday, we had 1,800 people that were here. And you know what? You know how many negative comments we had yesterday? 0. We had 0 negative comments yesterday. And the reason why we had that is because people will only bring their negative comments when they feel like they can prove somebody wrong, right? Oh, I told you XRP wasn't going to break $1.50. Yeah, but I seen your comment. I can see all history of comments. Yeah, but I seen your comment 2 weeks ago saying XRP wouldn't get to $1. And now it won't get to $1.50. you just want to be negative on XRP, and it's okay. You know, you can hate on other people that are making money, but it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's funny. I have more savings because of my XRP, more than I have ever had. Exactly. If you can catch coins like Open Custody Protocol and jump in from 60% of a penny to 23 cents or 2.3 cents, you're good. I should have pulled the trigger on that when it was low. Correct. People love you. Uh, People love you when you are in the money. Yeah, well, I guess they do. Binance has 4% of supply.
Joey Rez donated $9.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you for that.
Audio is cutting in and out for me. On my Wi-Fi and 5G. Gotta do laundry anyway. Thank you for your honest advice and happy Sunday, say.
Well, thank you for the the super chat, and let me know if you do have any audio problems. If I'm talking down, then audio can cut out. I kind of have to talk up a little bit. Maybe I can bring this down just a slight bit, but I think it gets into frame after a little bit, because right now my head is kind of cutting everything off. But I think I kind of have to talk up because that's where it is. However, the mic still catches a lot of things that are outside of, that are upstairs and over there. I appreciate your super chat though. Thank you for letting me know. I'll try to check it out later on around this time frame, the 2 hour and 9 minute mark. So you a bonk millionaire yet? I don't have that much to become a bonk millionaire. Audio is good for me. Well, thank you for letting me know. 8 a.m. mass, gotta go. Audio is fine. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. I appreciate it. Something is not 100% with the audio when you talk. There is a humming sound that runs in parallel. Not sure why. Anyone else hearing a humming? My audio is perfect. Let me know, because I could go in here and check it out later, but I really can't check it out right now, I don't think. Let's see, you can go into there. I think I have filters that are on as well. Audio is perfect. Good for me. Thoughts on SHIB price? No, there's no humming. Because I have four filters on. My filters seem to be okay. Compressor, noise gate as well, and I also have the gain. I could put the gain down maybe a little bit. It was lagging earlier though. Okay, well I hope that's over. Hope that we don't see any more lagging. But XRP today, there is a humming, but I didn't notice it until someone mentioned it. Do you have headphones on, Quentin? I have headphones and hear the low ghost hum too. All right, so I'll have to check it later on my end. Hopefully it's something that's doable for now. But if you're listening on speaker, which may be difficult depending on where you're listening, yeah.
Gonza donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Your thoughts on District 0x, please and thank you.
So I don't know what that is. I'm gonna check it out before I go into like major thoughts. If it's something that's not at a point to where I should talk about it, if it's at like a less than $1 million market cap, I don't want to have an effect on it. I can affect anything that has a less than $1 million market cap to see things run up to a level. So that's not the case. It's at a $60 million market cap, sitting at 559. 559 by market cap. We're also seeing $37 million worth of volume, which is 61%. It's up 60% today, and volume is up by 5,615%. For what reason? Do you have any information behind like why it's increasing by that much for the volume? Is it because it just got listed on Coinbase? Because we're seeing $17 million on Coinbase. That could be the case. And if that is true, right, it has an S tier exchange, which is great, then brings it into that category of being able to get to the top 300 or 200, and depending on how much people see in success with this, you could see this grow by a lot more. It's currently at a 3 cent price point with 1 billion coins total, meaning that a $1 level is not out of the question, right? So that's something that I always like to factor in. I always like to see. Now, when it comes to market cap versus supply versus all history, we can see that the price was up to a 35-cent price point, but it did have less supply at that point. It was still worth a $200 million market cap. Now we're seeing more supply that is out there, or all of the supply that is out there, I guess. So you had some dilution, but you're not going to have any issue with dilution again with this play. So I would say this is something you might want to look into a little bit more. This is the crazy thing about cryptocurrency, right? You have the top 100, the top maybe 200, but I would say majority it's the 100. So the top 100 people will stay on that first page and push all of those plays until their heart gives out. However, there's many opportunities that are off of the first page, off of the second page, off of the third page that also give you utility, that give you community, that give you hype, that can push it a lot further, especially in altcoin season, and be worth hundreds of millions or billions of dollars. And I think if you can find a way to accurately find those plays, then you can make a boatload of money. Because you're looking for something that was worth a lot lower, like say a $2 million market cap, and now it pushes up to a $60 million market cap. So essentially, you're able to multiple X your play there. It's Coinbase, bro. Half the volume coming from Coinbase. Yeah, it looks like it. Um, is this the beginning of a banana? Tell you what, I need a banana. I need some potassium right now. Um, that's like the only fruit that I like. I can't get too much citrus, so that's like the only fruit that I can eat on a consistent basis. Um, Overall crypto market downtrend for 90 days or more. It's been at a downtrend for 90 days. What are you talking about? It's cryptocurrency is like at the highest level it's been. Maybe I'm not understanding. Maybe you're talking to somebody else. I'm thinking I'm thinking of keeping 1,500 tokens in a wallet and taking profit on the rest as we go up. What do you think XRP's market cap will get up to? Um, I'm thinking a I'm thinking XRP's market cap for this bull market, we may see a few trillion. I'm thinking two. I'm thinking 2 trillion, which could be um, what, a $10 price point at this point, $20 price point. Yeah, something like that. I'm thinking we're getting up in the trillions for XRP. Um, all overall, I think it's north of 10 trillion. Of course, with everything that I believe is going to get implemented, yes, and that may not fly with some people, but that's what I see within it as you go through the next bear market and the things that get implemented there, the payment options that get implemented, and then the next bull market. So talking about bananas, I know. I just wanted to read it so I could say that. Um, a good ETH pick to throw $50 at any options or opinions. Sorry. Um, any opinions on a good ETH play that could that you could throw on? Are you looking for a short term or long term play? Um, so for ETH plays, I mean, I like a lot of meme coins that are there. If I'm talking about short term, if we're talking about long term for just $50, I mean, you probably want to average into something um, that you want to be a part of. But honestly, I don't want to do that because I feel like if I say, "Oh, this is the right play," then you go and buy it just because I said it. I don't want that. I want you to see the options that are out there and be able to make that decision because one day or there's multiple days I'm not going to be here and I don't want to be that person that the only reason you're making money is because you're like following what I'm saying and what I'm doing. Because also, you don't have the same reactions that I have. So when I see a certain price point or I wanted to take profit, I'm like, you don't have that same mindset as me to sell at that moment. Um, um, so yeah, I don't know. There are a lot of good plays that are out here. Getting kind of tired. We're like 2 hours into this. I think we're gonna I think we're gonna end it here. What I'll do is we don't have four people to that signed up for Margex. We now have five. Actually, we have 5 comments. We have 5 comments, but then we don't have all of the proof behind if they signed up for Margex. If you guys want to sign up for it and start trading today, feel free to use my link and let me know that you use my link because you could have a chance that you win $50 to fund your account right now. Um, what he's saying is do your own research. Yeah, I mean, you should. Suggestions are great. Getting suggestions and seeing different things in the market. But I've noticed that it's less about me suggesting things and more about, or less about the things that I'm suggesting and them researching into it, and more about, hey, give me what you think is a great play right now that I need to put this $50 into. You don't need to put your money into anywhere, but what you should do is feel great about what you're investing into because of the fact that you know about that project. So when I see projects like Litecoin is a great project. I want to tell people the reasons why, and I want them to research more information behind it, why they believe it's going to go to 800 or $1,000. Kronos, why that's going to go to a certain place. Caspa coin, why that's up to 15 cents and where it can go to in the end. And it's just like I want to give suggestions, but I also don't at the same time. Any suggestions that I really give, if I was to give suggestions, it would come with a full breakdown and I would make a video about it on Patreon. That would kind of devalue what I'm doing over there. Add translations into different languages to the video. I've seen people say something about that, but I mean, what can I do? I could have someone voice over or uh, translate it in a way. I just don't know how I would do that, and I would also have to make like a completely separate channel in order to do it. I'm new here because then if we have like too many uploads on this channel, then it ends up becoming I end up saturating my own channel with multiple languages, and then people don't know what to click on. I'm new here. Been looking around, and you look honest. And yesterday, they and everything to get in my hands with Lunic, and got in with $100. We'll do 20 a week on till I get 1,000,000 coins, and hope. Um, you know what, Ruben? Do you have a Twitter account? Seems it seems some deep tones, Matt, humming at the bass tones. I don't know. Something's going on. I'll figure it out, but I'm not gonna figure it out now. I don't know what this is, MMC, and if you keep putting that, you know what? You already, by the time I say this and it gets to you, it's gonna be there. So I have to get you out of here. I would start trading with Margex. Saw that it is not supported in the US. Yeah, it's not supported in the US. Like it's not, you can still trade. I live in the US. You don't have to have you don't have to KYC. What's going on here? Do I have to add this to my list of words that you can't say now? Whatever that position is. Dollar cost averaging into Caspa sound like a good move. Yeah, not a bad move. But yeah, Margex is, it says it's not supported in the U.S. That's just because of the the way that the SEC is going about these regulation or these regulatory or having regulatory clarity. I explained that earlier. There's no KYC. Um, there's no you don't need a VPN. I trade in the US. I have a copy trading platform or copy trading portfolio in the US. Um, I don't have a VPN, and you're able to trade. So you're allowed to do it. It's just not it's not supported in the US by whatever their regulation is because we don't have any regulatory clarity. So until you understand that, that's where you'll get the full support to say you are um, you know, it's fully supported in the US, you know. So you can use it. I use it. Many other people use it and they have success with it. Um, but you can still sign up. I had the same issue with KuCoin and Gate.io until they basically said, "Look, we don't know where the U.S. regulation is going, so we're going to refrain from having U.S. customers, and we'll update that as they get regulatory clarity." No one got sued. It was just the mindset or thought that um, these exchanges were going to get sued. So they were like, I'm protecting myself because I don't want to get sued. So with Margex and hopefully Gary Gensler out very soon, whether he resigns or gets fired, it'll be good for regulatory clarity. And many of those crypto exchanges can now come back to being able to be used in the US. So are we going to get taxed on our crypto? I mean, yes, you still are going through transactions either way, and you have to report what you make on your, especially if it's thousands of dollars. Like I have to report it. Obviously, you know, for me, some is capital gains and some are, you know, realized or what's it called. No, can't think of the term. Ordinary income. Couldn't think of the term for a second. What do you think about Clover Finance? I talked about it yesterday. I like the play. I think the play can go far, especially with the dilution that it did have and the fact that it all the dilution happened. So yeah, I like it. Do you own any MOG? I don't own any MOG. Where do you see Jasmine price go? Short term or long term? If we're talking about this year, I want to see I want to see 10 to 20 cents, which we could see. It just all depends on how far or how fast the altcoin season does pick up. But next year, I want to see $1 to $1.50. That's my levels that I want to see for Jasmine. All right, guys. I think I have to get out of here. So if you guys could um, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out my link for Margex in the chat. Going to be doing that giveaway. I'll continue to do that and keep that out on Twitter. Combine any other posts that I make. I hope that it gets more traction because if, you know, people are just getting free money. Well, I guess if it doesn't, whoever's a part of it, will be guaranteed an extra $50 to fund their account, which is fantastic. But you guys go ahead and check out. What's crazy is that we didn't have as many people. There were a bunch of people that signed up, right? But we didn't have as many people in the actual giveaway, so people, I guess, didn't want to put their address out there, even though they could have won $100 yesterday. Today it's $50. So feel free to check that out. Um, no tax until you withdraw, no crypto IRA and crypto Roth. All right. Anyways, I gotta get out of here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully your gains in XRP go well, and hopefully you're investing reasonably and safe. But yeah, gotta get out of here. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you in the next one.